The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Now, Basil Chapman.
Good morning, everyone. Basil Chapman on this Thursday. Excuse me. Oh, I should have taken a sip of tea before. My voice got a little crackly there. We're looking at the Dow on this Thursday, the 25th of April, down 665 at 37,795. Yes, it's been aggravated by a lot of things, but let me just show you something. Look, IBM. Huge move down 18 points, one of its biggest declines that I think I've seen in years and years and years. 9%, but that's not the point. The point is that it's trading at 166.00 right now, and it was just recently up near 200. This is a big move down. Look at that candle, monthly candle. Woo, big. Okay, that's that. Caterpillar. Huge move down, $26 at 337.65, down 7%. Peak D in the weekly, leg F in the monthly. Oh, I forgot to tell you that IBM was at a peak C, a G/C in the weekly chart. I believe this is going to turn into a G because it's starting to fail. The 9-period moving average in the weekly hasn't turned negative yet, but I'm watching it very, very closely. So let me just get this up here, G/C. But most importantly, you've got Microsoft as down sharply as well. This is very sharply down. This is down $16 at $392. Just the other day, not the other day, but a month ago, it was trading at 430.82. We've been anticipating that it was coming down. We're also anticipating that maybe we should have a short position besides our long position that we've got from 338s. Never did that because I'm quite capable of doing that with the Dow. We have shorts and longs. Took off our long position with a bit of a profit yesterday, and then for just a little bit tiny profit this morning. As a trade, I'll talk about that in a moment because those weekly charts, you just cannot rule out what the weekly charts are telling us, especially with the 9-period moving average negative under the 14 in all the daily charts. This is something that I have to consider. So looking at the 395 round number high today in Microsoft trading at 391 right now. So I just wanted to go through these, and let me go back here. So I'm going to show you. Let me go through this again. Dow daily, sharp sell mode. Had a really nice bounce from the 37,753 level to the 38,500s in just a couple of days. And I was anticipating that it could go just a little higher. All I wanted was like about another, just in time, I wanted about another day or two or about another 200 points. And then we were going to go aggressively short. Because it's still not early because I think that the selling is going to continue. But this is the thing that I'm looking at. In the Chapman wave methodology, when you get to the fourth highest peak D, you've got to be very careful. And I've been talking about this since last Thursday, and I said, hey, watch this closely because even though the S&P, right now the S&P is down 73 at 4998, even though technically the S&P and the SPY have got a leg C going to a peak C, it didn't go to a D. The E-mini, which trades a lot more because it trades after hours, did make that peak D in the weekly. And I said, I've just got to be really careful there because the QQQ has got a peak D in the weekly chart. The 9-period moving average hasn't crossed negative yet. I think it will in the end. IWM has got a peak E. And I said, these weekly charts are telling me for the first time I was anticipating that we would have a pullback, make a new high, get to those Ds, etc., and then have a sharper pullback. But if I put into the category of a peak D, the S&P through the E-mini the the Dow YM made a legitimate peak D. I have to respect this as being something that is just not, it's not just a shorter term. It's already lasted a couple of weeks since the high over a month ago. I have to make this something that I consider to be quite serious. On a very short-term basis, I wanted to show you this. I should have shown it to you right away. I was going to do that. Then I thought I must go through some other things. You see this here. This is a technique that I've used for some time, not really officially, but I've used it for years and years and years, where I call this like a propeller shaft, this whole rectangle in the middle here, and you go to the outside, and you go to the bottom, and then you can go one-to-one to the downside. So early this morning, I put this in as a dashed line, and this dashed line went to 5,030. Well, the low this morning so far is 5,022. It went just under it, and now it's trying to go back up. It's very oversold short term, so I'm anticipating you got already. You got yourself a nice bounce to 5,035. Well, 22.35. Yeah, that's pretty good. Peak B right there. And here's your leg C. Still leg C until it makes a peak. So this is where you can get a little bit of a bounce. You know, maximum, I see 50-50, 5,050 on the E-mini. The 200 period exponential moving average in the 1 minute chart. But it's going to take a lot to do because the selling is kind of serious. Now, what I wanted to also point out, and I think this is the reason why I was thinking there could be just a tad, well, when the earnings come out, there's nothing you can do about that. But based on the SMHs, the semiconductors, I mentioned yesterday that I was seeing just a little bit of residual strength in the semiconductors. And one of the reasons was, remember I spoke about the round number high. I must do something with this round number. I was thinking of sending to Stocks and Commodities magazine. I'll just hold it up here if my engineer just wants to. I don't know if he will do that. Stocks and Commodities magazine, which I've got for years and years, decades. And I've never seen anything talking about round numbers, the importance of round numbers. I've never seen anything talking about the strength of the 9-period moving average over the 14, and a whole bunch of techniques that I've developed over the years. I don't call them proprietary because I talk about them all the time. The one thing I don't talk about is that I have the ARMS in the Richard ARMS index on the numbers that I use. And today I had a reading that said the Dow should close at some point tomorrow. It should be negative, and that's the indicator that I use. Now, on a very short-term basis, I just wanted to show you the power of the 9-period moving average. Look at this 9-period moving average that from about 6:30 this morning, the 5-minute went pink, and it stayed pink all the way, even with that big spike up with the GDP numbers, etc. Was it? Well, there were a lot of numbers this morning. I should go through them. I'll go through them if I can find them right now. I think Fletch put a whole bunch into the den. The numbers were very disappointing. Okay, I'll be able to find them after this so I can actually see the time. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so with the numbers that came out, which is really why bonds actually went even lower, so that the yields went up, we could maybe see a little bit of a bounce in these numbers to be respected. I'll be back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
The Gold Report. As a precious metal, gold is still king. It continues to hold the most effective safe haven and hedging properties across the global major trading hubs of the London OTC market, the U.S. futures market, and the Shanghai Gold Exchange. The Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his weekly gold report every Monday morning for subscribers, consisting of coverage of the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, bonds, the South African rand, as well as 25 different mining equities with specific buy-sell recommendations. The Gold Report. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Subscribe to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report newsletter now at TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched The Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Good morning, everyone. We're back, and the Dow is down 648, S&P is down 83. What is that, 83? 63. So this is a very nice oversold bounce we've got right here. And this is what I was talking about, that within the context, in fact, if you looked at the results yesterday of the outcome as, the disappointment in Meta was established, but it was like the E-mini was forced down. Even the Dow was holding really well. It's like they were just forced. They didn't really want to go down. Well, of course, if price goes down, they have to go down because they are connected directly to the price. So we've got this little bounce going now from the 5,022 area up to, it's already gone to the 5,045. I told you 5,049 is the 200-period exponential moving average resistance in the 1-minute chart. I don't know how long this will last. It doesn't matter. What we're really looking at is, and I just need to finish that thought, is that the SMHs, the semiconductors, remember, where the semis go, generally the market's going to go. That's my belief for a long time. And that's kind of been proven most of the time. So the SMHs did a 239.14 high in March the 8th of this year, comes slumping down to the 198-ish area, had a big move up, and then pulled back, and now it's actually up 3 at 211.02. And you remember I was talking about NVIDIA, the round number high. There it is. The round number high, I should actually type it in over here because I have to keep sliding across. 974 round number high. That was, I'll call it 3, week of the 3, let me see. 8th would be the 10th. The week of the 10th, 24. And as a result, what we've got is this huge slide that on the left side low, in the 6th, let me just get to it right now. Yeah, this left side low of 653, was it? 650. And I'll go to this one. The low of 662.48 on the 21st of Feb. Look where we went. We went down. We haven't taken that. I'll have to open this up so you can see exactly what I'm looking at. Look, we haven't taken out that whole area into the 660, 650 area. And we had a 762 round number close on the 19th. We had a 756.06 low, ran up to the 836 area, and now we've made a low today of, where did it go? A low of 782.23. This is NVIDIA, and a bounce to, it's at 820.70 right now. It hit 823.25. So you can see the reluctance. You can see this weekly chart, and this is what I love to look at. That's why I call this the indicator of last resort. Look, look how long it took for NVIDIA after that round number high of 974 back in August. I keep looking at this in South Africa. It's the English system where you have the day, the month, and the year. That's how you put the date. And of course, after all these decades here, it just was an automatic reflex. Anyway, so it was 3/8/24. And look at this. That 9-period moving average, to get this 9-period moving average negative in NVIDIA, you'd have to see 680. It's at 820 right now. So that's what I'm talking about, some residual strength. And that's the reason why I felt that who knew that Meta would come out with such a terrible result. And of course, they're spending money like crazy. Let's just go to Meta right now, Meta. Oh, it's come back huge. It's down only 51 points. It went down. It had a 442.08 round number high so far this morning. It had a low of 414.50. And that's the reason why I said to subscribers, let's just put in our stop. We're in a good cash position. We're waiting for certain stocks to pull back sharply to be able to buy them. We got a lot. We got a really nice list. Let's see what happens today. I think there's a good chance that it's kind of overdone. There could be a pretty decent bounce. But most importantly, I think the weekly charts are saying that there's a very mixed rotational market here and that it's time that we're looking at. We're looking at price as well, but it's sort of it needs time to resolve. Okay, that's really important. And there will be plenty of time to go short. You didn't have to do it earlier this morning, the first thing, when you'd probably get the worst price, because if there was a turn up in the general market day, it could follow through to tomorrow. But if there's a really bad week close, that's something else. So what we're looking at this particular point is, where does this bounce go to? Look, we haven't even got yet to the 5,049. That would be the first resistance level that we're looking at in the E-mini. Okay, now let's go through a whole bunch of things that I think are really important. So I don't know if it'll work. It's the first time I've had a low reading in the Richard Arms trend gauge. I call it the trend gauge. That's the only thing I use. I use two numbers. One on the upside tells me that the very next session, between the close and the very next session, there should be a decent rally in the E-mini futures. Even if there's an early pullback, should be a rally. Other says, even if the futures are up, and that's today where I've got a very low reading in my trend gauge, that there should be some weakness early tomorrow morning before there's a rally attempt. Okay, so with that said, look at this green candle in Meta, but it's still down 151. Now, I just wanted to go through a couple of things. Where was it? So today's Intel's coming out with earnings. Intel, it's up 41 cents. It's been acting horribly. Lower lows and lower lows and lower lows and lower highs. But let's see if it can get a little bit of a bounce here, and that'll help. But in the meantime, I think that if you're looking at, someone had a good cartoon, I think it was, or a joke, that said the Magnificent Seven crossed out, Magnificent Five crossed out, Magnificent Four crossed, Magnificent Three. And that's the way it's been. So look at Amazon. Took a dive. So far, if the Dow closed right now after less than an hour of trading, but if it had to close, this would be considered a Chapman Wave Roman candle, a green one, And then there's a whole litany that goes with it. But look at the Chapman Wave Roman candle from today, from yesterday going to today. What I'd said is, that's another technique that I discovered and invented really. That was a very tiny Chapman Wave red Roman candle. I said if the price moves down below 38,400 for more than 60 minutes, we could test the low of the day. Well, that's a little bit of a joke there, because not only we do that, we went all the way down to 37,754. And I drew this in for the weekly chart, drew it in over the weekend. I said, this is what I'm anticipating. There could be a bounce, but it's the dreaded H pattern that's going to be most important. How do we test the left side low, in this case for the Dow, of 37,753? I'll be back. Basil, could you look at IBRX? I will. IBRX. When we return, this is the Technicians Hour. Dow's down 651. S&P's down 61.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors. This portion of the Tiger Technicians Hour is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi folks, we're back. So I was asked to look at IBRX, which is Immunity Bio. It's trading at $4.98, up 16 cents. And the monthly chart really looks like a biotech. The weekly chart looks very steady. Nice higher highs, higher lows. Sort of stalled here under the 200-period moving average for a couple of weeks. Really just kind of stuck. I've got a feeling I've got this wrong. That was the low. Oh, wait. Oh, A, B, so that's an A. Oh, don't put that in. That's your starting point right there. So you've got to count every single peak right there. So we've got a number of A, B, C, D, went to E and an F, but it could be an alternate count. I don't really feel that I need to do that right now because the 200-period moving average of 561 is just, in the weekly chart, it's just such a barrier. It's like a magnet and a barrier. And it hasn't really been a trampoline move to the upside because it keeps coming back down. The wicks of the candles keep making lower highs, and then what happens is the body is underneath it. So I'm just saying it's a biotech stock. It had a perfect Chapman Roman candle right there 3 days ago. It did go underneath the midpoint, and it closed at the low, it went to a lower low, and that just says that there's a chance that 524 could be resistance. If it goes above that, that's very good action on I'm talking about very near term. But there's an even better chance that you've got to monitor this low of the 12th of April that was at 473. So it's trading at 499. It's just kind of stuck at this particular point. It has to do with news and all sorts of things being a biotech, and you can see that it's the daily chart is making an arch formation. The weekly chart has really made a very nice sideways, but basically higher highs and higher lows, and that's important. So the price to look for on a weekly basis, I know you have plenty of time, plenty of patience for this, and I'm just going to say that I know that you follow it because you follow the conference calls. You're very much involved with the fundamentals, and the question is, with those fundamentals, why is it acting so poorly? I don't think it's acting poorly. I think it's just acting in a sideways trading band. What I will tell you is that the 9-period moving average over the 14 in the weekly chart is suggesting there's more of an upside bias on the weekly chart at this point until it closes below 420. On a weekly basis, close between 420 says, you're going to have to wait the next bit of news. I personally wouldn't do anything with it right now. It's not too bad. Yes, correct. NEM, rocket ship, look at that move to the upside. This is Newmont Core. This is a gold miner. Now, is this some kind of earnings or taker? What is this? Anyway, whatever it is, very good ooh, I didn't even see that. I had a trend line right there. Oh, that's from way back ages ago. I had Fibonacci numbers. So this is looking like it wants to tackle the resistance that was on December the 22nd at 42.81. Today's high is 41.89, so that's not a big deal. I can call this an alternate count, G/C. Most importantly, and I've been looking at this, I didn't expect the sudden move today. Actually, it became one of my favorites to look at for one reason only in the gold area, even though I have others that we are looking at, and every once in a while we get into. The reason being, look at that monthly chart. It had an 86.37 high 2 years ago. That was April of 2022. Newmont Core gold miner. It's come down to the 28 area, 29 area, and this monthly chart it's just barely begun to move to the upside. So I like this very much. I don't know whether the question is whether to buy it or not. I'm just saying to you, it's had a huge gap. It was trading the 36s just 3 days ago. Now it's in the 42s. That's a 6-point gain. That's about an 18% gain in just days. What I would do if you're really interested, and I'm thinking that gold is going to hold in. I think the whole Middle East thing is not going to get better. It's going to get worse. On the short term, it sounds like it's not that bad. But I think from what I can understand, because it's now, yes, it's a humanitarian thing. Of course, it's humanitarian. But now it's even more political. And when it gets to political, these things stay. So I'm looking at Newmont Mining. If you're a long-term player in Newmont, you could start a position right here if you aren't in it at all at 42.07, but preferably the whole area between, I'd say 39.50 to 36. That's the area that you really want to be looking at to build a longer-term position. But just on a short term, it's going to be overbought if you buy it right here. But that would be part of a position where you just nibble here, but you really want to buy it on a sharper dip. If it can get down, that's what I'm saying, at least step in right here. If you're liking Newmont Mining, you're liking the goals. Okay, next thing I want to look at is the TLT. So the question came in, where do I think, well, what was it? Basil, where do you think the TLT will turn to be able to get yields lower? Well, this is now a leg F to the downside right there. Oops, not a capital on the way down, it's lowercase. I've got a Chapman inside wedge target support line. Oh, sorry, this is the inside wedge support line right here. Is the one that has to hold. This is the pink line right there, and we've gone just a tad under it. But the H pattern in the monthly chart, where everyone has failed and taken out the left side low, every single one has failed at either a peak A or a peak B, peak A or a peak B, peak A there, peak A here, peak A maybe fading, we don't know. All I can say is that looking at the yield itself, look at this, here's the TNX.X, there we go. You've got almost the same. Think of this, okay, I need to show these patterns. So in the Chapman methodology, I look at certain patterns. If I can move this away, right here. Straight line up, straight line down. Cup formation, arch formation. And you can see that the dreaded H pattern, when you take out the left side low, you can go a lot lower. But the reverse Y says if you take out the upside of the left side high, you can go much higher. Look, there's the H pattern, U, and now you've gone to a leg F from the TNX at 47.90. I'll be back in a moment.
The Gold Report. As a precious metal, gold is still king. It continues to hold the most effective safe haven and hedging properties across the global major trading hubs of the London OTC market, the U.S. futures market, and the Shanghai Gold Exchange. The Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his weekly gold report every Monday morning for subscribers, consisting of coverage of the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, bonds, the South African rand, as well as 25 different mining equities with specific buy-sell recommendations. The Gold Report. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. Subscribe to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report newsletter now at TFNN.com.
The stock market is a delicate, interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direction. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direction.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direction.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
So the E-mini did rally very nicely from the 5,022 level to the 5,045 level. Now it's starting to turn down again. Got to be really careful in this market. All right. So thank you, Fletchson. You want mining up 4.3% in pre-market trade as Q1 adjusted profit almost doubles, topping estimates. Wow, that is really good. Well, yeah. So what we're looking at is, so let me just tell us, JB, yes, I also have the trend in the 0.30s. So what we're looking at here is, that's the trend earlier on. Now it's a little different. So here's the TNX. Is this a leg F or is this an instant restart? All I can say is that based on all the work I've done in terms of the, let's just go back to this right here. Remember how long we waited for the 9-period exponential moving average? Here's Toll Brothers down 3.46 at 114.24. It's been pink, the 9-period moving average. Let's just go through these. Look, Dow, pink. And it's deflecting low. Instead of bouncing to get close to turning up for a moment, it's gone. It's deflected lower. That's very negative. Dow's down 678 and 37,783. S&P, same thing. Deflected, went all the way to the 14-period moving average. Then it deflected lower, down 67 at 5,004. This has been green in both the Dow and the S&P all the way from November 3rd, November 5th or 6th, although the October 27th low going, it took a little while for it to reverse from pink to green, but it's been green ever since. And the S&P turned pink right here. Look, that was on the 12th of April. Look at the QQQ. It was mixed. It went pink, then green, then pink, and now it's been pink, and it only only got to the 9-period moving average. Look at the IWM. Pink since about the 10th of, is that 10th? Let me just go through. Yeah, 10th of April, and it remains pink. Look at the XLK. It took a little longer to confirm because it went pink, then a little bit green, then pink, but it's been pink since, and it didn't even get to the 9-period moving average on the bounce yesterday. It's down 235. This is the XLK, the S&P Select Tech Spider Fund, trading at 105.66. Look at the what was the other one? Yeah, I wanted to show you something very, very interesting because HACK, which is the cybersecurity ETF, in this area, you would think, and especially times like this, that the cybersecurity, I mean, surely money must be going into them. No, money seems to be flowing out of it. It's not very healthy right now to see it down 60 cents at 61.46, not taking every advantage of pushing to the upside. So that means you have to be serious about this. Look at the TLT. The TLT had a moment of green back for the weekend, the 28th of March. I think that was a weekend. Let me just check. Yeah, that's the Thursday. And then by the 1st of April, it goes pink again. And look, it's all the way here, pink. This is not good stuff. This is the TLT. These are bonds. All right, I got a little ping. A ping says, let's go to Garo in Newport Beach. Hi, Garo, how are you? Oh, Newport Beach? Yes. Hi, Garo, how are you?
I'm in Newport Beach, California. Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm well. How are you doing with your voice? How are you doing with your throat?
I have to live with it. I did a surgery on 18th of April, and everything went fine. They cleaned up all the cancer, but my voice is going to be like so for a long time until it heals. Yes, sir.
Oh, well, good luck with that. You'd like to look at what?
Thank you so much. Thank you. Here today, I want to ask you about the AR and Tarot resources. By looking at the daily chart, how far do you think that has room to go higher from here?
So what I like to do in a situation like this, I just like to make it as easy as possible. And I grab a particular trough on the left side, and then I just draw a trend line, and I say, how has it broken up or is it not broken? And this trend line that I've taken from the low of, this was probably January. Yeah, January the 8th. There's a low of 22.05. And then I've taken it to the highs of the 21st of Feb. And then we're looking at the 5th of March. And funnily enough, and if I did this, I love doing this. I'm going to do this right now. I make it green, and under it, I make a little pink channel line. If I can do that, there it is. Make it pink. And that just says this is going to be, okay, that's going to be the support that we're looking at, or the breakout level, and it's just gone above it today. And that just tells me that on a daily basis, I now have to look at the technicals and say, how much further can this go since it's making higher highs and higher lows? The 9-period moving average is still very strong. AR we're looking at, which is Antero Resources Core. Gosh, I haven't looked at this forever. I remember back when it went, it was on, I only looked at it briefly, but on its way up to 48.80. That was June of 2022. And then since then, it's come back to 20. I would say that more than 50% decline is something to not sneeze at. So the MACD is good. The relative strength is not as good as it was, which means that it's got room to go. It's still very strong. On balance volume's a little bit overbought, and the stochastic is at 84%. All of that is really good news. So that's the one thing. Now, when you look at where can it go to, I have to go to the weekly chart and see where are the peaks on the left side that I can use as a measure of strength. So it's broken above the high that was made back in November, the week of the 3rd of November, of 30.90. So there's a whole cluster of resistance areas in January at 30.60, and then you get not a peak, but you get a whole cluster of resistance areas back in December, there's a weekly chart, the week of the 9th at 34.31. And I look up and I see that today's high is 38.89. So this is what I like to do. I say, I don't go to the peak, which is each peak is the one on the left side is on the 25th, the week of the 25th of November at 38.70. And then the other one is on the week of the 11th of November at 40.19. I don't want to go there yet. I go one step at a time. My eye is saying, oh, those higher ones are what you want to aim for. But you can't get there unless you do the right thing in the first peak of importance. So I've got a break coming up. So it'll give me a chance to do a little bit of work here on the on the weekly chart. So the way I'm looking at it right now, my eye says 34.50 to 35.20. But let me confirm that as soon as we come back. Okay, Garo?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
very good.
Tigers, the inaugural session of Live Trading Fridays with Larry Pesavento was a massive success. Trades were communicated, questions were answered, and money was made. Every second and fourth Friday of the month, from 9 a.m. to noon Eastern Time, Larry wants you to join him as he places live trades and takes your questions. That's right, with this monthly subscription, you receive access to 2 live trading events. We are gearing up for the next session Friday, April 26th, so there's still time to sign up. For this month only, use code LarryLive at checkout in order to secure $50 off your monthly subscription price for as long as you subscribe to the service. We'll see you next Friday, April 26th, Tigers. TFNN, educating investors.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Hi folks, we're back looking at AR, which is, where did I put it? There it is, Antero Resources Corporation. And Newport, so we're looking at Garo from Newport Beach calling in, and I'm saying to him that I did a little work during the break for the weekly chart, and it says by the week of the 10th of May, it should test the high of 34.31. Now that doesn't sound like a big deal because it's trading at 32.39, but you know, in this market to be moving up when everything else is moving down, that's quite something. So that's the way I'm looking at it right now. A couple of things also stand out to me. One is that it's in leg C in the monthly chart. In the weekly chart, I didn't do an analysis of the notation in terms of the Chapman wave count. This is your low right here. That was 1991, the week of the 2nd of June. So that's A, B, C. So let me just do that now for you so that we can do everything together. So what I did is 2 cup formations. It's like a pair of reading glasses. Oops, that's A, But most importantly, what I wanted to say to you is that it isn't so much what we're looking at on the upside, because it's making higher highs and higher lows. Let me just check this. A, B, C. Oh, it's already done that. So this is actually a leg E in the weekly chart. So that's still very positive. The MACD in the weekly chart is very strong. 9 is over the 14. The stochastic is flat at 91. In a bull phase, that's what we want to see. Hey, is that the end of the show? So I'm looking at this, and I think the support is at the 30.50 area. Garo, I think it's going higher to the 34, 35. Thank you for folks. Stay tuned for Steve Rhodes.
I'll call you.
Everyone, call me tomorrow. Stay tuned for Steve Rhodes and all the great program. Don't forget Larry's live trading show tomorrow.